Huh? Why are you guys here?
That's what we wanted to ask you. Who are you? Why did you dress up like a There's no need for us to continue this project if you
Believe me, I didn't... Alright, there's no point hiding anything
A library? Funded entirely by... I've heard that the academia will be...
You're right. And the desert is too vast. And what's more, all I know is that as a I don't have much longer left on this world. So I didn't want you to know that I came from the desert.
To the point that you even disguised...
When I first came to... Someone agreed to take... After that, I heard... I spent a while collecting... By the way...
Just a hunch. A while ago, I accepted an offer. I ran into someone who was living in a pretty run-down house. He said that he had no way to pay, and after that, he even borrowed Mora from me twice more. According to him, I looked like an easy target because...
Those kinds of things do happen.
It's all right. You were... Ultimately, neither of our experiences had anything to... Yeah, you'll find both good and bad people everywhere. Anyway, I digress. Let's return to the topic at hand.
That's what I was afraid of initially. I've done the math, and so, I just...
By cobbled together...
To be honest, I haven't... All I want is to build this library, but a while ago, I heard... I know the desert so even if the
Yes, my father passed away. I'm sure a child coming... But let's bring this back to the... Building it according to the... Any ideas on what we can do? Sponsor the project? You mean convince wealthy That does make sense. A library is a big project. What do you think? If we can find others to sponsor the project...
It's all fine with me, but where do you think...
Well, you're right. If I really think of... Her? Hard pass. With her shrewd... Now there's an idea. She probably won't say no if all she'll need to do is to make some introductions instead of spending Mora. Let's go and pay her a visit.
Now here are some unexpected guests. When I saw Kaveh, I almost thought it must be that time of month again. Sadly for me, I must wait a few more days before I can collect my shiny Mora.
Hey, can't you think of something else for a change? You are literally living in an objet. What is the point of wealth, anyway? Is your happiness entire...
That's exactly right! Mora is extremely valuable, you see. If you don't keep your mind on, if you ask me, this place is still way too empty. Just give me some time.
You're hopeless.
Oh, so you have an actual reason to visit me? Alright. Merchants? Why? Is there some kind of bit... Oh, I see. So you're just looking for someone to help you fit the bill.
I knew you wouldn't be interested in something like this. Still, you wouldn't refuse just making some introductions for us.
Sure, I can connect you with some folks, but with every
A fee? You mean just...
Of course! Making introductions means using my connections and putting my reputation on the line. Why wouldn't... Since we've known each other for so long, though, I'll give you a huge returning customer.
500,000? I guess that's okay. Besides, by helping us out, you'd be doing a great service to the public. Can't you take your mind off your Mora even—
Very well. 3 of my business partners came by earlier today to discuss some things with me, and they still haven't left yet. I'll arrange a meeting for you, just so we're clear. It'll be—
Thank you so much.
You can wait here. I'll bring them over to you.
Dory gave us a brief introduction about the two of you. You are Kaveh, To be frank, I don't feel like there's an obvious business opportunity here. But since Dory took the time—
All right, here's the situation. I've been commissioned to build a library in the desert, with the intended goal of allowing the desert—
So it's a public...
Correct.
Then the commission fees will likely be very low. You should be careful.
I'm not too concerned about how much I'll get for the commission fees, actually. I'm fine with doing it for free. I just want to get this project rolling.
So what? You can't possibly expect— Besides, what does a library in the desert have to do with us? If you want to build it—
Hey, there's no need to be so harsh. They are Dory's associates after all. Here, can you tell us a bit more about what we can gain from sponsoring this project? So we'd mostly be doing it for reputation and
Well, just speaking for myself, I've got nothing in the desert.
I also have a concern. It feels like there's not much to profit from in the short term, but in the long term...
Then how about this? What if, instead of building a single library, we commit to an—
Wouldn't that just cost more?
Yes, but in that case...
I'll just give an example. If we were to build a library and a school near Aru Village, then the desert dwellers would gradually begin to migrate towards— A whole suite of buildings will be able to host more traffic, and thus drive the economic development of the entire area. In turn, that would lead to direct business opportunities. I've been to the desert several times. Although there are still many lingering tensions between the two regions, the amount of interaction has been steadily increasing.
Education in the desert is indeed an industry that has not been tapped into.
And you just believe anything
Even the greenest amateurs know that urban planning will affect population flow. If you don't believe me, you can ask anyone on the street to confirm.
You...
Hey, why are you starting to sound like I'll hate them?
Wait, something just occurred to me. If we're going to build a library in the desert, but it seems we're not the only ones with our eyes on the village. I heard a rumor a while back saying a lot—
What?
What?
In other words, if we try to join the fray now, there won't be— If we want to build a suite of buildings focused on education and culture, Aru Village is the prime location. If we want to build—
Then there's no hurry. We can wait for Aru Village to develop more first and get into the market for expansion to other—
But if you were to do—
Is there nothing else to discuss? Great timing! I pretty much heard all I want to hear. If there are—
I'll be off as well. If you have any new ideas, please feel free to reach out.
It seems like the others are not interested in funding this, so no point in me doing this on my own.
Hey, guys, wait! Well, what can I say? I guess it went somewhat as expected. Yeah, it's just another day doing Looks like we'll have to figure out some other way.
How did the meeting go? Want to talk about it?
Where did I put the delivery list?
Oh, where did all that passion go from Earth?
Please don't tell me that you're here to mock us.
What kind of person do you take me for? Well, you can try to talk up the project all you want, but the facts will remain the same.
But this isn't just a business project, right? Also, if you already knew no one would want to partner with us, Why did you still...
You might want to remember who you're...
I'll pay back every last coin that I still owe you, but that's a completely different matter.
Alright, since you're so devastated about this. In fact, I'll be inviting the most famous merchant in all of Sumer.
What? So, where would we be?
Follow me. Oh, I suppose both of you can come. This is the place.
You said you're going to introduce us to the most famous...
You still don't get it, huh? The most famous merchant in Sumeru.
Huh? So you meant yourself all along? Then what?
Well, I've given it some thought, and that complex of education and culture buildings that you mentioned does hold some promise. It'll be a pretty big Mora sink, and I'll have to fund it all on my own, but that's not really a problem for me.
Seriously? Where's this generosity coming from so suddenly? Are you trying to scam me again?
The reasons are not important. What's important is that I'm willing to help. However, you know just as well as me that once this project actually breaks ground, it'll start sucking Mora from my pockets like crazy. So...
I get it. I won't charge any commission fees, and I'll take responsibility for the entire project.
Splendid! Then let's sign the contract right away.
This way, the children of the desert will have some book. Of course, there are a few things better than using my knowledge to help other people. I must thank you as well, Dory. I used to say you only cared about Mora, which might have been... Now, let's have a quick discussion. Where would you want the library?
There's no rush. I'll provide you with a copy of the deed when we get back. You can just use the address on the document to find the lot.
Huh? The deed? So hold on a sec. The person who has been buying...
Oh my, did I not tell you about that? Yep, yours truly has been buying up all the land. I must thank you for bringing your ideas to me. So, from my perspective, this has been a great...
But what about my commission fees?
Huh? Didn't you waive those yourself? I was just gonna say that to Kakas. We mustn't procrastinate and should start... But before I could finish my sentence, you volunteered to waive your commission fees, and...
It's obvious that you used every trick in the book to deceive me.
Huh? You really think so? Well, the contract's already been signed, so there's no...
Fine, I'll drop the argument on the commission fee. I'm going to order the best dishes and booze this place has to offer, and...
I wonder if I'll ever be able to create something so incredible.
Taking this commission was truly the worst decision ever. Oh, hey, I wasn't expecting to run into you here. Actually, while we're on that, what are you doing here at the tavern? Don't listen to anyone who says that drinking is... so you saw all that, did you? Ugh, I thought... Anyway, thanks for looking out for me. Honestly, it was...